Go tie another pike fly now, tube, and in Firetiger sort of colours. And I'm just going to do a few different little bits in this one. So because this fly will have a colour scheme to it, I'm going to put a little strip of lead underneath the tube, and hopefully that will make it swim on a more even keel. So I'm going to take some yellow crystal hair here, tie that in a little bit beyond halfway along its length. And add a bit of glue to hold that in place. Now I'm going to take a bit of sort of pike fibre, and what I want is a bunch that's about 1.5 times or so the length of the intended tail or bunch that we're doing, and then I'm going to pull it past itself and keep flipping it back, and that will get me a little bit of taper into my bunch. Set that on, let it wrap around the hook a bit, or around the shank of the tube, sorry, and fold that back. And wrap up tight behind it. As you can see, it's sort of sitting out a little bit. I'll just set that in place with a bit of super glue. So I'm going to put a rattle into this one. So I've got a glass rattle here, and this is a bit of shrink tubing, and I'm going to set that inside there so it comes up not quite to the end of it. And flame it so that we end up with the rattle encased within our bit of shrink tubing. That'll give it something we can tie it in by, and also it'll give the rattle itself a bit of protection. So now I'm going to put in a little bit of pearl tinsel. So I'm wrapping that from a spool round and round my hand. When I get a bunch, I'm going to cut that off. And lay that on and fold back the ends of it. Now this bit is not necessarily totally necessary, as you'll be tying lots of bunches in, so it'd cover up the body anyway, but if you want to do a body, I would do it in something like that, which is a fibre, sort of like an Angelina fibre. Now I'm going to take another bunch of fibre, not as long as the last one, and again misalign the ends to get us that bit of taper. Wrap it around the tube and tie it in. Then fold it all back. Again, wrap in front of it. And glue that in place. for a little bit more of our yellow Angelina fibre. I'm going for more neon yellow sort of fibre, but this is a slightly crinklier one. The idea is that I want to build up the body as such of the fly. Tie that in place. Fold it all back. And then we'll go again. I'm not going to put any more yellow Angelina fibre in at this stage because we're getting towards the head and I've still got several colours to go in here. So if the bunches are close together, they'll sort of support each other and give us that bit more volume. So now I want to get a bit of orange underneath, so I'll take some orange fibre here. Pull it out a bit past itself. Tie that in underneath. And I want it to come up to sort of halfway there. And on top I'm going to put on like a Highlander green coloured fibre. So I'll take a bunch of it. I want to get that down so the two bunches meet. Now, I'll take two strands of heavy silver holographic here and put them on my side and take them across the top. Tie them in on the other side, and that'll give us sort of a flash down the side. Then we take our green bunch, pull it over the top, orange bunch and pull it underneath. Allow the super glue to penetrate just our tying points here. And you see the shape of the fly is taken shape, I suppose. Now, we're going to put in some couple of feathers. So we'll take a chartreuse grizzle cape here, and I want to take a feather from each side. Place them up. Onto the sides of the fly and tie them in, and they should be sitting sort of just in on this junction between the orange and the green. And now I'm going to take our pearly flash stuff again, make another bit of a bunch of that. Cut it off. And fold it back. And now to finish off the fly, we're going to put on another bit of green over the top, another bit of orange underneath, not as long as the previous one. Again, sort of shortish bunch of the orange, maybe 5 inches or so. Tie that in on the lower side. Fold all back. With our gel spun here, just creating a head. I'll whip finish that. And now, because it's white, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put green on that. Get a good coat of super glue the whole way around that, and the super glue will also penetrate into the start of the fibre just to hold our position. And now we're going to wait until that dries before we put the eyes on. So in the meantime, give it a bit of a brush out for shape. And then we'll set it aside for a little while until the super glue goes. Right, so we've waited a while and our super glue has dried off, so it's time to add the eyes. So I'm going to use I think this is a 10mm silver eye here. I'll take the Evastick Serious Glue, put a good blob of it on the back of it, and then set it in where I want it to be, and push it in. And then I'll find my other one, do the same thing. over on this side. Just match them up for length. Again, push it in, blobs up a bit, lick your finger and just put a little bit over the edge. You can just put a very small amount of glue on, just stick them on straight, but because all these are epoxy sort of set onto a foil, sometimes they can peel apart, and that's the reason why I like to have a little bit of glue just curving around the edge of it. There you go. A Firetiger Fibrefish pike fly.